Hey guys, welcome back to Diecast Driven. Today we're going to be looking at William Byron's final 2 wins from the 2024 season. As you can see here, we have his Raptor Tough paint scheme from his Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix win that was from the Circuit of the Americas. This was race number 6 out of 36, and of the 68 laps, he led 42 of them. He started the race on the pole and of course ended up winning. I really like the 2024 version of the Raptor paint scheme. The bright green, I think it is, looks really nice with the dark black, so it's a really cool contrast that the car has. And then you have the Raptor claws coming down across the front wheel well. The only thing I really don't love about the scheme are the weird angles that the black and green interact at. It's kind of weird because there's no fade, or they're just like really sharp lines, and it doesn't really look great. But obviously this car went to victory lane. I do like the white numbers on the green background. I think the yellow that the 24 typically is in probably would have looked weird. Overall, I like this paint scheme, obviously, and as you guys know, I'm sure at this point, I love the confetti. Adds to this car. One thing I do have to do, and I haven't gotten around to it yet, is add the windshield wiper to the car, because you may be aware, but at COTA, they run a windshield wiper in case it rains, because it is a road course, and NASCAR now races on road courses in the rain, potentially. But anyway, I like this car. It turned out really good from Lionel. There's not really a whole lot to discuss with it, other than the fact that it is an Elite Premier. So I mentioned this at the end of the last video with the Daytona car, but basically what Lionel did was they went back to the Elites of around 2000 and probably 17, I would say, where they have all the details. Now, the only thing these cars don't have that the cars back then did was the hood pins and deck lid pins, I guess you could call them. But overall, the Elite Premiers, I think they did a good job. Like I said last video, it adds a little bit of exclusivity due to the limited numbers, and then also the extra detail. You're going to pay for it, but I think it adds a little bit to the cars for me personally. So continuing on with the wins, as well as the theme of Lionel Elite Premier cars, we have William Byron's 2024 Cookout 400 raced version car from Martinsville Speedway. He led 88 of the 415 laps with his teammates Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott finishing second and third for a Hendrick Motorsports 1-2-3 finish. And it was kind of cool because this was the 40th anniversary of Hendrick Motorsports at Martinsville, and they were all sporting the ruby red paint scheme in honor of that 40th anniversary. And of course, William Byron having the Axalta primary scheme being different than the Daytona simply by the ruby red was a really cool touch. I liked that because it kept a commonality between the paint schemes, but you have that color difference which sets them apart from each other in the collection. One thing I really like about this car in particular, just as the Texas car we just saw, is the decent amount of confetti on this car, but this one, like the Texas one, shaped like Texas, these pieces of confetti are shaped like milkshakes. You have to look really close, but you can see that they are shaped as milkshakes because of the sponsor, Cookout. And this car has a decent amount of scuffs, damage, raced version markings, all that accompanying it. So with Hendrick Motorsports finishing 1-2-3, they came out with a 3-car set that I also purchased. That might be a video series later, as I'm currently in the process of building a diorama for it. Bowman finished 8th, and he was the furthest back of the 4 Hendrick cars. But what I intend on doing is building a scale replica of Martinsville's front stretch as they cross the line, because that was the set that the cars were as they crossed the line. So there's no confetti on the 24, it's just the race version markings. So Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson's cars also have the race version markings on them. And then I plan on buying cars from 4th to 8th, including Bowman's, and then having, it's about an 8-foot long diorama of the front stretch of Martinsville. So that will come eventually, but this car, again, I really liked it. Obviously, Byron winning the race helped, but overall, it's a great paint scheme. Lionel did a good job with it. It looks great in the collection. Wait till you see the video next week. The thumbnail cracked me up. I think you guys are going to love it. Until then, I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you for the continued support, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.